everyone, and welcome to Cosmic Conversations on the Conscious Awakening Network. I'm your host, Sheila Seppi, and I want to welcome you tonight to this episode. Now, I am super excited because we have had a beautiful co-host all month, Maria Martinez. And tonight, she is also going to be our speaker, talking to us by popular demand about wealth consciousness. So if you are just tuning in and have not heard my bio, I want to go ahead and read it real quickly. And then we're going to jump right into it because, Maria, I think this is a hot topic tonight. Here we are at the 1111 portal, ready to manifest. So let me tell you guys about Maria real quick. She is a psychic medium, a human potential activator, a wealth consciousness advocate, master health and wellness coach, a seven-figure coach, a medical medium, a speaker, an author, a podcaster, and Maria guides, trains, and support women entrepreneurs to reclaim their power, to reconnect to the divine within themselves, and to embody their sacred feminine, unlocking their full human potential and activating their soul wealth to create their life by design of joy, grace, impact, abundance, and fulfillment. So she facilitates very deep, multidimensional transformational healing. She works with healing trauma, removing money blockages, and I think that's what we're going to talk to you guys about tonight. And she does so much more. And so I want to, without any further ado, go ahead and to introduce to you guys and bring on up Maria Martinez. Hey, Maria.
Hi, hi everyone.
How are
Um,
you?
I'm great, thank you. So excited
Awesome.
for today. It's such a wonderful day today.
I know this is absolutely perfect. And before you got on here, I'm like, okay, now guys, she can talk about this and this and this and this and this. What would you guys like to talk about? Because I know you are a plethora of information on so many topics. So, Maria, I'm going to go ahead and just turn it over to you. And we're excited to have you both
Thank
as a
you.
co-host and our speaker tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you everyone. Wealth consciousness is a very popular topic and is one of my favorite topics. Mainly because we're here, right? We're here in this 3D, and yes, we can tap into the beauty and the magic and the power of who we are as a spiritual being. We can, go far and wide to the galaxies, but we're still here, right? So what we really want to do is bring all of that wisdom and all of that knowledge and manifest here on earth and live the life and serve in the way that we want to serve and enjoy this journey, yeah, and make it very powerful and leave a legacy while we're here. So it's a lot of fun when we can do that. It's a lot of fun when we can tap into who we are as powerful, spiritual, galactic beings, and then be able to activate that within ourselves and our DNA, and be able to allow that to manifest, and then see in our physical surrounding the wealth and the success, not only for ourselves, but the people around us. So today, being 1111, 11 is the master number. And when we reduce it to 2 is the energy, the frequency of knowing. So we want to play with those two, the mastery within ourselves and the knowing within ourselves, which is that higher wisdom that we all have and that we all play in at different times. But we really want to be intentional and harness that to live in that frequency that already exists within ourselves. And what I mean is that a lot of times when we talk about manifesting and when we talk about creating or living our life, we tend to live uh, into the future instead of living in the now, but creating the future from the now. So the difference, and I really like to play in this because I call this the experiment, right? The what if, the what if. Instead of I have to do this, or this is what I want, this is what I desire, it's like, what if it was already that right now? So if we play in the what if instead of trying to get there and doing the work to get there, so we're putting a lot of effort because there's action, there's momentum. But if we move into the what if now, what if that was already now? What if I was already wealthy? What if I was already my full expression? What if I was already my totality? So it moves you into a different state. It actually moves you from I have to try and be to I already am. And then when we go into the I am, and while I'm talking, try and just kind of, instead of just listening, I invite you to actually step into that. So think about your own desire. Think about what you're wanting to manifest. Think about, it's the end of the year and we still have a couple months. So we can still achieve whatever we want to achieve. We can still hit whatever goals we want to hit. And we do it by being there already instead of I have this plan that I have to go through and it takes action and it takes effort and it takes time. We want to remove the energy of time from it. And we want to remove the energy of efforting and we want to move it into the now. So when we move into the now, I am already, our energy actually gets pulled into ourselves and it gets sort of concentrated into the moment of now I am. So when you think about an intention or when we think about a dream that is out there, that's where the energy goes. And it goes away from you and it starts working, except that you're in the energy of trying. But when you bring it inside in the now, you're pulling back all the energy and it gets concentrated into this moment in this reality. And when we go into this moment in this reality, that's when the layers begin to fall away. That's when the quantum field begins to open up because you're coming back to you as well. Instead of trying to find the answer out there, you're coming back to you. And when you come back to you, you're shifting also the belief in yourself and you're shifting also the trust that you have in yourself. And you're leaning into the answers already here. And the answer is within me. So that's one practice. The other practice is recognizing that abundance, it's a frequency and it's an energy and it's your makeup already. We were created, right? We are creation itself. We are the God spark. And that is abundant. That is abundance. So instead of looking for abundance outside, we begin with abundance is already within me. Who you are as a person when you help others, when you go out of your way for others, when you smile to somebody else, when you offer them your seat or your parking space or coffee, whatever, whether it's to your family or to significant other, to a friend or somebody outside, that is abundance because you're giving of yourself. You're not in lack where you're like, if I give this, I'm not going to have anything left for me, or there isn't going to be enough for me. But we forget that even that little act, it is abundance itself. So when we focus on being of service, when we focus of giving to others, then we're already in that state of abundance. So again, everything is already within ourselves. So that's another aspect that we want to work with that brings us into the state of wealth consciousness. Now, the other is the stories, right? The stories about money, the money blocks, our belief systems, and how we perceive time and energy and resources. When we say, I don't have time, so that's lack. I don't have the energy, that's lack. I don't have the resources, that's lack. Or when something happens in your environment situation, and then you withdraw your energy, you go into fear, that's lack. So all of these things play a role in what you're manifesting. All of these little things are what you are creating. So it's creating your reality. So when we move into the mastery of who we are being or how we're being, then we can change the aspect of lack within ourselves to more than enough. We can move to abundance, recognize that abundance is within ourselves, and we can lean into that knowing of abundance. Now, the other part, which is the bigger part, is we are creation. Therefore, we are abundance. We are wealth. We are prosperity. We are all of that. So when we lean into that aspect of who we are, then we can really operate from that place of knowing. We can become that fountain of abundance. We become magnetic. We realize that we deserve it, whatever it is that we're asking for. We realize that whatever we took on from our parents or from society or from our environment is not real. It's an illusion because we are creation. So all of these pieces are part of that manifesting formula. You know, they are our ability to manifest. So I'm going to go through them again because I want you to have these parts because these are part of your mastery. These are part of the reflection. These are the parts that you actually can control to move out of the lack, out of the scarcity, and really play into wealth consciousness. Now, the other thing that we want to remember is that wealth consciousness is a state, like a state of happiness, like a state of joy, like a state of holding love. And if you really feel into wealth and the energy of wealth, the energy of money, the energy of abundance, they're all the energy of love, right? Love is abundant. Love is creation. Love is more than enough. Love heals. Love is self-worth. Love is everything that is available to us. So all of these different things are actually an aspect of love itself. But we oftentimes think about it as something different than love or something other than love, even something bad. Like money is bad, or wanting more could be bad, or could be unsafe, or could be in a way uh, detrimental to what we're going, or we may not be accepted. So we have all these stories about, or definitions, or how we relate to money, wealth, and prosperity. And if we just look at it and look at the different stories and then tear down the stories, we're left with love and creation and source and intelligence. So we want to tap into that. So I'm going to go back and kind of walk you through the different aspects. And then if we have time, I would like to actually walk you through being in the space or in activation around manifestation. Okay? Okay. So the formula for manifesting, the first thing is your soul wealth. This is where I was talking about your creation itself. So it's your soul wealth. You're tapping into your divine fortune. You're tapping into, of course, I am worthy. Of course, I deserve this. Of course, the kingdom is within me. My kingdom is within me. The second one is your self-worth. That's more connected to the human experience. And your self-worth is connected to your belief in yourself, your trust in yourself, and your deservingness, and knowing that you're enough. Okay. So 1 and 2, and they're not really in any particular order, but I like to set them up in this way because it kind of shows first who you are and connecting back to the truth of who you are, and then the other dimensions of who you are. Now, the other aspect is your intentions, and now we're going into the mental body. What is your intention? So with intention, we also have the visualization, but we also have what you're no longer willing to tolerate. So this is the programming of the mental body. What you're no longer willing to tolerate. So you're no longer willing to tolerate lack, no longer willing to tolerate scarcity. You're no longer willing to tolerate just enough. You're no longer willing to tolerate surviving. Okay? So your intention and what you're no longer willing to tolerate, and then you're creating your new vision. So this is the new reality, so that now you create the vision. Okay, so we delete what we don't want, and we raise our standard to havingness, or having and receiving. And what does that new vision look like? And then we want to step into that vision and want to live in it. So that's where the what if this is possible? What if this is possible? And the other is the alchemy. So this is the spiritual body. You know, the alchemy and the spiritual and energetic body. So this is where we go into and look at our ancestral lineage. This is where we go in and look at our karma. This is what we look at how things are manifesting in our energetic body, in our chakra systems, what lack, whether they're feelings we're holding in our system that is creating blockages around manifesting, around holding wealth, around our self-worth, around being magnetic and attracting what we desire. So again, it's multidimensional. This formula is multidimensional. And then the other part is the physical body, because we hold things in your physical body. So the physical body, if we in the past experience something traumatic, like a loss, or let's say that your parents divorced and you lost your home and you felt unsafe. So your safety structure was removed, or you lost that. or there was an illness and the money that was available went to the illness to pay off whatever the illness was or emergency. Or there was other type of trauma that created a lot of lack, where there was a breaking up of the home, a loss in the family that created lots of lack, some like resources directed somewhere else. Well, a lot of times we hold that in our body as well. We hold it as shock and trauma. We hold it in our spine, in our lower back. Oftentimes we hold it in our heart. So we want to also look at the physical body, how you're holding your self-worth, you're holding your ability to manifest and the value. And a lot of times we have that in our power center and in our lower sacral area, because there's sort of a disturbance or a suppression in our spirit, because it hasn't been able to thrive. It hasn't been able to manifest. So our spirit is the fire, right? It's the fire and it's the drive and it's determination. It's the like warrior energy within us. And if our power at one point was taken away and we were in lack and scarcity, we suffered, we didn't have the resources, our spirit can lose this fire or can be sort of in a stuck state or dream state, inactive. So we want to activate that part of ourselves. We want to awaken that part of ourselves. We want to connect that to our drive. We will connect that to our mission. We want to connect that to the impact that we want to create. We want to connect that to our intention. We want to connect that to being the masters of our destiny. And so we want to awaken our spirit. We want to awaken our mission. We want to align with our mission. And then we also want to awaken and align with our soul will and our divine will. So again, we're in this formula, we're activating different aspects of ourselves that are going to ensure manifesting and actualizing what we desire, because we're moving into a powerful alignment of who we are as we heal ourselves across our multidimensional bodies. Okay? And as we practice this, and as we put this into play, we move into the certainty, because there's a realization within us that we are aligned with source. There's a realization with us that we claim our power and we're claiming our power. There's a knowing, there's a reprogramming that is happening in our mind of this new reality that we're creating, that we have it all. You know, we close our eyes and we can see us. We can see it clearly. We can see whatever it is that we're desiring. So that's becoming our new reality, and it moves into expectancy. And once it's in expectancy, we can call it in even further. We can bring it in and drop it into this moment of now. We can find it wherever it is, in whatever timeline, and we can bring it in and drop it into this moment of now and into manifestation. So again, moving into expectancy, certainty, actualization. And so it is. Okay, and I'll walk you through a process like this toward the end. So as you can see, we're moving into the different dimensions of who we are. We're moving into our higher self, spirit, soul level. We're moving into the energetic body. We're moving into the mental and emotional. We're activating, we're calling all parts of ourselves into alignment. We're calling all parts of itself into wanting the same thing. And we're calling in our will. We're moving into sovereignty. We're moving into becoming the authority of our life. We want to be the master creator. We want to be the architect. We want to be sovereign. Now, one of the things I didn't mention, but we did this in the face of alchemy, is that we can also have spiritual interferences. Other lower beings that do not want us to succeed because we have a higher purpose and we're here to awaken humanity or do that kind of work in the world. So when we're working in the face of alchemy, we're looking at those aspects as well. And we're releasing any type of witchcraft, any type of black magic, or releasing any type of bondage, we're retrieving parts of ourselves. And doing this exercise, and this is the last part that I mentioned, when we go out and bring it here, we go out to a different timeline where we're already self-actualized, where we already have it, where we're already in the vibration of what we desire, where we've accomplished this and so much more. That could be another time that appears to be in the future, but it's different than another timeline. And we bring that knowing of ourselves and we align that in this moment of now, and we gather that information as well. We integrate that knowledge, we download that knowledge so that we can continue to create more of that, or we can accelerate what we're creating in the moment of now. Any questions about that? No? Okay. Any questions, Sheila?
I don't. Whoops, here we go. We have one that came up. Oh, they're just saying this is fantastic. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. So as you can see, the formula, it's very easy. You know, we can go through very easy. We can talk about it. But when we go into every step, there is a deep dive in every step. So I like to walk you through a process. Not sure we're going to be able to get through all the steps, but we want to do as much as possible. Now, before we start, this is the other step that's also very important. This is kind of the overlaying step. So we want to put this all in this energy. Okay. And I mentioned this earlier. It's the knowing. So you're doing all of these steps, you're following all the steps, knowing that what you want and what you desire is already yours, right? So instead of hoping that this is going to work, instead of, oh, if I do it, maybe it'll work, or maybe I'll get some result, we are eliminating all of that and we're moving into the knowing. So when we move into it, we're 100% in. What doesn't allow us to achieve what we want to achieve is when we doubt, when we're insecure about it, when we're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, when we say, I'll do this, but I'll have this as a backup plan. We don't want to have any backup plans. We just want to go in 100%. Okay. So when we go in 100%, then we are actually eliminating any potential for failure because we're not giving ourselves room for that. We're not playing or allowing the fear to play a role. Does that make sense? The fear of failure, the fear of not being enough, the fear. So we're not even entertaining it. And if it does show up, we're not saying, oh, well, this is not going to work, or, okay, this is going to diminish my results. We actually celebrate it. If the fear shows up, we celebrate because that's an opportunity to see another aspect of you that says, this is too big. I don't know if you can do this, or I don't know if you're able to do this, or I don't know if you have the resources or the know-how. So that part of you is a sub-personality. It's one of your archetypes. It could be your inner child. It could be any part of you that is saying, you're giving me too much. I don't know if I can handle this. So what we want to do is invite that part of ourselves to come forward and walk the journey or take a ride with us. We're releasing and removing the burden that that part of us has been carrying to create for us. And we're helping that part of us age up to this moment of now. And we're reintegrating all our parts. Does that make sense? So we celebrate fear because that's an indication that we're facing a breakthrough. We celebrate any other trigger that is coming up as a celebration of a quantum leap. Even if it's a challenge that all of a sudden something happened, you said, I'm going to manifest something. Let's say you say, I'm going to manifest $10,000 and then your car breaks down, right? You're like, darn it, I was just getting there. So that's a quantum leap. So what that is a part of you saying, and that could be something outside, external, but we can also work with that, right? So all these things that show up when you say, I'm going to manifest $10,000 or whatever your amount is. And then something comes in and it feels like a wrench in your ability to create. We want to celebrate that because that's an old pattern. That's an old behavior. That's a way that you used to manifest in the past. So this is your opportunity to break through that. So again, we celebrate. We look for the upgrade in this phase, whether it's fear, doubt, insecurity, not worthy, not being enough, because these are part of the formula, right? So when you say I'm all in, 100% in, you're actually calling forth everything that has been in your way of manifesting. And if we embrace them, if we celebrate them as they come up, then they're no longer challenges. At the beginning, they may feel like a challenge, but then once we go through that first experience, we up-level our capacity. We expand our bandwidth. We become more resilient. Then we actually just build our level of trust because we leaned into it. And once we're there, The next thing that shows up is even smaller and even smaller. Whenever you choose to go bigger, whenever you choose, whether it's, I want to serve in a bigger way, I want to create this big project to serve humanity in a big way, whatever comes up, it's old. It's old stuff. Yes, an agreement that you had, an old contract, or something that was an ancestral, but it's old. It's old. It's coming up because you're ready. And it has to come up because right now, that's where you're able to manifest. Whatever is coming up, you're right here. In order for you to go here, we have to allow everything in between to come up so that you can make that quantum leap. And then the next time you choose something bigger, it will still show up, but it's going to feel different. It's not going to feel like a challenge. It's not going to feel like something that is taking me down or something that it's holding me back. It's just going to be, this is interesting. I celebrate my win. I celebrate my breakthrough. So we want to have that enthusiasm, because that's the enthusiasm that also propels you forward in your manifestation, right? It keeps you in the, I believe this is possible. It keeps you in the, I trust. It keeps you in this enthusiasm of what else is possible for me? What else is possible for me? So we want to play in that energy of what else is possible. Remember I said the what if? So what else is possible? Okay. So are you all ready? Before we get started, any questions?
I
No?
think everyone is ready.
All right. So let's go ahead. All of you, go ahead and think about and feel into what desire you have. And even if it's something that you've been working at and hasn't worked out for you, something that you've been wanting to manifest and hasn't come through. Okay, go ahead and take one more deep breath. We're going to bring in some codes. I can feel them already. So we're going to bring in some manifesting codes, galactic codes. Okay. So I'm going to have you, so we're going to work with the alchemy of this formula. But in order to work with the alchemy, we need to have that clear intention, because that's where the destination that we're going. So I want you to think about, what is the highest possibility in this moment that I can have and create? What would be the most amazing thing that I can experience? And it has to be something that hasn't happened yet. Again, so the most amazing experience I can have now. Having it all. So no effort, having it all. Having it all. So we're moving into having it all. Again, it's really important, into having it all with no effort. We're moving out of the trying. We're moving out of the hard work. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. Okay. Now go ahead and take one more deep breath and go ahead and expand your awareness. Come into your heart space. And if you need to close your eyes, close your eyes. Allow yourself to be in the moment. Remember, all in, all in, all in. You want to continue to elevate. This is where you give this to yourself. So that's the first commitment you are in. This is the commitment to yourself. I allow this. I give myself permission. I give this to myself. This is your gift to you, to be all in. Okay, one more deep breath. Beautiful. I can see a few of you are struggling. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. Don't worry about your worth. Don't worry about whether you're enough, whether you have permission. We're going to work through all of that. Right now, what's most important is for you to say yes. Yes, I can have this. Yes, I am allowing this. Yes, I'm giving this to myself. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. So as you give this to yourself, as you allow this, as you give yourself permission, we're moving into all that is possible and all that is already available. We're moving into the happiness, your receivability. Get one more deep breath. And then notice your heart. wanting to open. Go ahead and allow your heart to open into the space of heaviness. I can hear, and this is one of the things I noticed when we were doing this kind of work. I can hear the thoughts and the feelings of, is it this easy? And don't I have to clear this first? Don't I have to get rid of X, Y, and Z? No, we don't need to do all of that. Meaning that when you move into the space of I am already, you've already done all of this work. So this is the starting point for us. We're moving into the highest possibility now. Instead of trying to get to the highest possibility, we're starting with the highest possibility. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. And go ahead and allow your imagination to play. Allow your imagination to give you that highest possibility, whether it's manifesting 10, 20, 100,000 monthly, whether it's that new home or money in your savings account or being of service to others or thriving in your business, successful business, or manifesting a relationship. Whatever that is, lean into it. Lean into it. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to dream. Allow yourself to be in the imagination. Go ahead and expand your imagination of all the wonders, all the possibilities, and then go into the highest possibility. Okay, go ahead and take one more deep breath. We're just going to clear that resistance that is showing up around the heart. So different belief systems that are running. So these are the things that keep us, right? Again, is it too late for me? So one of the things that is coming up is that you're not connected to your wealth and your prosperity because there's a disconnection with you and source. So let's go ahead and bring you into that connection with source. Turn your awareness inward into the center of the head. As you come in to the center of the head, you're going to find the light in the center of the head. Expand your awareness into feeling like you're in a white room with the light off. Okay, go ahead and take one more deep breath. And the walls actually expand, so they feel infinite. The room feels infinite. Okay. Now, while you're in this space, turn on the light or find the light. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. You may feel like you're walking or like you're scanning for the light. It may feel like a little flicker, but go ahead and move to the light. And as you come closer, actually not a flicker, it's very, very bright, but the room was very vast, very big. It was infinite. So as you come in to this place where the light is, you can feel the warmth of the light. Okay, go ahead and take one more deep breath. And if you look up at the light, it's almost too bright, like you have to adjust your eyes. And even so, it's hard to see through the light. But that's okay. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. Go ahead and close the light close your eyes as you're looking at the light. And you can tilt your head back or tilt your head down, but allow the light to shower you. Feel the essence of the light. Feel the essence, the warmth of the light on your field and then on your body. Feel the warmth, the gentle caress of the light. Feel the light as it moves through your body. Now go ahead and take a deep breath. And then allow the light to come in through your crown. Allow the light to move through your whole body. Feel the light. Feel the essence. Feel the love. Feel the support of the light moving through your whole body. Feel it moving through your body down to your feet. Okay, one more deep breath. Now from this place, amplify the light through your essence, through your field. And as you look up, now you can see that clear channel above you. And as you look up through that clear channel, notice what you see, who you see, who is there for you. Is it source? Is it universe? Is it angels? Is it your higher self? Is it all of them? Go ahead and take one more deep breath. Now go ahead and feel that connection. Feel their support. Feel their existence around you. One more deep breath. Now, as their presence, the presence of the light, the presence of the universal field, the presence of divine intelligence moves through your body, we will now awaken the truth within you, the truth of who you are. You're not alone. You're not separate. You're not abandoned. You're not rejected. You're whole and you are complete. One more deep breath. Go ahead and extend, expand, amplify the light, and feel into the intelligence, the wisdom, the knowing. One more deep breath. And then go ahead and lean into it. Now, if you lean into it, you may feel like you're lifting off the ground. Your feet are coming off the ground, like you're being lifted, like you're levitating. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. Go ahead and lean into the light. Some of you may even feel like you're coming out of your body, like an out-of-body experience. But allow that to be so. Trust yourself. Trust your guidance. This is you being in oneness, feeling the essence of who you are, feeling the truth of who you are. Now let's go ahead and elevate even more. Amplify and elevate. Elevate above your belief systems. Elevate above the belief systems of family, society, mass consciousness. Elevate beyond this planet. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. And go ahead and go into the space. This infinite space of no thing. You may feel like you're floating in the universe. You may even perceive and see the lights around you, the galaxies around you. You may be aware of your body, but not in your body. You may perceive yourself as pure consciousness. Go ahead and take a deep breath and feel yourself lean into that. I am pure consciousness. Now in this space, I want you to tap into the universal field, your universal wisdom. I want you to tap into your own memories. Memories of self-actualization. Memories as the goddess, the high priestess. Memories of the queen, the oracle, the master healer, the teacher. Go ahead and take one more deep breath and go ahead and allow yourself to open up those memories, open up those timelines, open up those past lives, as if there was a diamond in the center of your heart, and all of a sudden it started shining. All those rays coming out, all of those rays expanded or opening up those memories, activating those memories within you. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. And call forth all those aspects of you. Call forth those aspects of you, the goddess, the high priestess, the queen, the oracle, the master teacher, the master healer. One more deep breath. And as you're in this space, and you're allowing yourself to remember. Let's go ahead and release from your third eye that blockage. And all the ways you pretend you don't know, all the ways you hold yourself back, all the ways you have been playing small and living small. Yakurana yatiestikeshini ki ukarana tatarati ku urana. Mewaru kushuru kukayana yatestikeshini ki ukuruna ya ukara. Yerene destikeshini ki ukana yatestike. Okay, one more deep breath. It's like taking off glasses that were broken or the shades were too dark that you couldn't see. Okay, one more deep breath. Now the other areas that I'm feeling around are the back of the heart space, and the power center. Okay, so the back of the heart space, this is the sense of feeling let down, feeling betrayed, feeling disappointed, feeling disillusioned. But these feelings are your interpretation when you're wanting or trying to manifest from a place of not being in alignment, from a place of unworthiness or undeservingness, from a place of fear or survival or pain and suffering. So we wanted to lead and uncreate those. We wanted to lead and uncreate, and we want to reset those experiences. So go ahead and take one more deep breath, and we want to go ahead and locate some of these experiences. And we want to look at them from a place of the highest possibility. We want to look at them from the place of mastery. We want to recreate them from everything is possible for me. I'm the master of my destiny. Go ahead and take one more deep breath, and go ahead and find one or the main root cause of you feeling unworthy and feeling like your dreams weren't possible, or you weren't able to manifest, or manifesting or success was difficult for you. Go ahead and find that first event in your life. One more deep breath. So some of you are actually going to the very early stages of your childhood. Some of you are going to the birth. Some of you are actually in the womb. Some of you are like 2 and 3, and then a couple of you are going beyond that. So we're looking for that first event that happened. And remember, these are all a series of events. But the first event when you decided, I'm not worthy, because you decided that, you created that story. You, that little girl. So we want to give that little girl a different story. We want to empower her. We want to give her the power of the goddess. We want to give her the power of the master creator. We want to give her the awakening of her spirit. I am infinite. I am limitless. I am fearless. I am unstoppable. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. We want to awaken the little one, and we want to help her remember that she is a divine being, that she is a divine essence. She is a self-actualized enlightened being that chose to have this experience and play this role and learn these things. But they're only one aspect. They're only one single journey. They're not her truth. They're not her reality. So we want to awaken her to her magnificence and to her true potential. Go ahead and take a deep breath. So I see a lot of you finding that root event, root cause, and downloading, integrating, awakening her. And now when she sees the future and the future events, they're insignificant. So let's go ahead and integrate that. Let her integrate all those events as insignificant, as stepping stones, as just learnings, as I am the master creator. I transcend. I overcome. One more deep breath. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So I can feel the blockage in the back of the heart, and also going to the lower spine. It kind of looked like a mesh that was overlaid on top of each other, and now the layers of that are falling apart. Okay, one more deep breath. There is some ancestral stuff connected to that, and that's also coming out. So go ahead and take a deep breath and breathe into it. Celebrate. I just recognized a part of myself. I just integrated a part of myself. I just embraced an old fear. I just had a powerful breakthrough in my old belief system. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. Celebrate that. Okay. So as we move to the power center, So here I see a lot of damage. So this is karmic from other lifetimes when you were brutalized, tormented. So there's damage to the physical body. So there's parts of the chakra systems that are missing or broken. So we want to open up those timelines and we want to heal those timelines. We want to heal those aspects of you that were either battered, tormented, tortured, persecuted, abused, dominated, suppressed, where your power was taken from you. Okay, go ahead and take one more deep breath. Okay, and we want to heal and we want to awaken those parts of yourselves as well. So I already feel the pull from your power center, as if, again, it kind of looks like something that's unraveling. So it was twisted. So sitting in the power center, it was twisted, spinning to the left, the top part of it, and the bottom part was spinning to the right. Now your chakra system, the way it's set up is, part of it goes out to the front and part of it goes out to the back. But the way the energy was sitting, it was upright. And the upper portion again was spinning to the left. And then the bottom was spinning to the right. Okay, go ahead and take one more deep breath. We're gonna go ahead and dismantle that. So this was creating a lot of confusion, it was creating distortion, it was creating exhaustion. So if you feel like I can't connect to my power, I can't connect to my drive, I'm procrastinating, I want to, but I don't feel inspired, I don't feel motivated. So this is a confusion. So let's go ahead and break that down, dismantle it, transmute it. Okay, one more deep breath. So this was also blocking your spirit from connecting with you. So let's go ahead and call back your spirit. Go ahead and take one more deep breath and call back your spirit. And we're going to call back all aspects of our spirit from across time and space, from all the ends of the universe, all the ends of the planet, calling back, calling back, calling back spirit fragments. So we're also retrieving these fragments from other dimensions. Go ahead and take a deep breath, calling back. So this is you saying, I'm reclaiming all that is mine. Again, remember we started with that decision. That decision I will no longer tolerate. I will give myself permission. I am putting myself first. I am the master of my destiny. I am the master creator. So go ahead and take one more deep breath and let's call that in. I am the master creator. I am the master creator. I am the master creator. I am the authority. I am a sovereign being. So you're also aligning your divine will, your soul will, your powerful will, your interpersonal will, and your good will. And take one more deep breath. Nyakurama iak iak diashtiri ik an nemeke uk ayat iakash diri iniki ik at neyeme usha nyakorono ut akash tara neyet ia meyu tiama ut anayak uyat yat esh iati shirana uti kishtiri imiki iraka iakurama meworono ut ararata tashtaka. So that just called in a higher frequency for you. So that the way it's coming, it actually is coming in very powerfully as a very masculine energy, and then followed by a feminine energy. So we're balancing your masculine and your feminine. So your drive, your commitment, your resilience, your determination, your relentless energy, being unstoppable with the creative nature, with the nurturing, your ability to manifest and create, your ability to tap into your passion, the abundance within you. Anaya koda, anayet yakash, tiriki ik amayeturu unayat yama. Nishtiki ukura niki uk amayatia kokorono uyetietestekeshene. Mishu uk iak iakashtede ek urama. Niakurama yetietieti kukuriti ik ashtiako. Shuwareyanana. So you are feeling or what you're feeling is these powerful frequencies that are coming in because you're calling in all your essence. You're coming in your authority. You're calling in every aspect of who you are. Self-actualize. You're calling in the wisdom. You're saying yes to you. You're standing up a source for yourself. You're activating your ancient wisdom that's already there. You're activating with you your ability to manifest, your ability to create. You're calling back all that you are and all that is possible for you in this moment now. The magnificence, the radiance, the brilliance. Niak at yet at yamat yak ut at yet istike ik at anayat yak ukai yek istike ikat u an ayo u at yet yak ashtirama ut ush niak ay at yak osh et yak at and ayo ut yak ash nishi it nishu ut at yet kukrama an ayat yak. Okay, go ahead and take one more deep breath. We're just gonna tune everything in. One more deep breath. One more deep breath and just allow yourself to be in the knowing and the of course, in the certainty, in the expectancy. My dreams, my desires are all real and they're coming into reality now. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. Tap into your happiness. Tap into the power within you. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're tapping into the mastery of the universal field, the mastery of the intelligence within you, the master creation. The knowing is, of course, you can have this and so much more. The knowing that you just tuned up your frequency to match your desires, and therefore it's done. You're in the expectancy now, as it all actualizes for you. One more deep breath. Okay, we're going to just fine tune the knowing and the mastery. One more deep breath. And notice the light around you. For some of you, it may look like a bright green, a bright gold, a bright pink or purple. This is part of the activation of your Merkaba as well. This is your codes, your galactic codes being activated as well. One more deep breath. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You can take a moment to just be in the joy of who you are, knowing that it is done, knowing that you called it in, you declared it, you moved into the frequency, you created the reality, you pulled it in from that timeline, and now it's happening, it's unfolding, it's manifesting. It is your new reality. One more deep breath. It is done, it is done, it is done. So be it. Namaste. Beautiful. Beautiful. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back. How is that?
That was beautiful. That was
Thanks,
beautiful.
Sheila.
Well, yeah, I had my camera turned off, but I was just like, I was just dropped into it. Um, and today it feels like it is so powerful because of this portal. And when we are also setting our intentions together, we're creating this synergy
Mhm.
because even though we are all over the country, we're here with a like mind and an intention. And so thank you so much. Yeah, people are texting in. Wow, that was very powerful. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Yeah. And you can practice the rest of the formula because we're activating the multidimensional self. We play with the alchemy today, but as we can see, we brought in other aspects, other dimensions of who we are. The more you implement, the more you become it, the more this becomes the way you play, then you are in that I am, and you're in the I have it now. So it becomes very natural for you just to call in, and now it's there, manifesting instantly.
Awesome. And one of the cool things too is you can go back and watch this replay and you can set a different intention, or you could work on the same intention, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Thank you
I
for
love
letting
it
me share.
too.
Yeah.
So, Maria, it's so fun to have you here tonight. Can you tell people how they can find you and maybe a little bit about some of the offerings that you have?
Yes. Thank you. So you can connect with me at 360 Prosperity or Evolve 360 on dot online. And I am on Facebook as Maria Martinez and as 360 Prosperity. I am on Instagram as handle is 360 Prosperity. Uh, TikTok is also Maria Martinez. You can go to my website, ask me questions. I have different offerings there. But also, if you send me a message, I can share with you what is available now. Currently, I do have a wealth consciousness experiment where we every day we're in the what is possible and what if. So we're really playing with a different frequency instead of in the efforting, we're in the what if we were wealthy? What if we were multimillionaires? What if the situation worked out for me this way? So we're shifting every possible timeline into the highest timeline. So that's how we're manifesting. I also have an energy alchemy course that I'm running and a evolved health course that we're currently running. And all of these courses, they're all multidimensional. So we're working on the different aspects, the higher consciousness, the galactic aspects of you, the codes within you, the DNA, the physical body, the mental body. So we're recalibrating and resetting, reprogramming, upgrading every aspect of who you are into the new beingness, the new identity, so that you can create so much more, manifest in this reality your ideal, most powerful life.
Awesome. I want to share before we close down, I want to share a few more of the comments. Susan says, so powerful, brilliant. Carol says, excellent. Thank you. Janine said that was super beautiful, Maria. Thank you. We are powerful creators. Oh, hey, Rajashri says, so simple and elegant. We already are what we seek. Absolutely. Sandra says, wonderful. Thank you. Lots of love and blessings. Stacy said she could feel that block in the back of her heart, thinking a bit more work for her to get back there. But when she calls herself back, that she could hear the crackle of the energy moving back into her. So awesome. Elaine, can you put your contact in the post for people? And then also, if you'll spell that out for the people that are listening to us on the audio podcasting platforms. So 360prosperity.com.
360 Prosperity. So it's the number 360 Prosperity, PROSPERITY.com. And I put in my email address if you have a question or just want to see if there's anything that I can help you with. That's Maria at Accelerated Abundance, EXCELLERATEDABUNDANCE.com. Happy to answer
Beautiful.
any questions. Yeah. And I also have on my website discovery calls. If you don't know if it's something that I didn't mention or something that you think this is kind of rare and you want to ask if it's something that I can help you with, or maybe just you've been working through something and you just want to, just have me take a look at it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm looking
Thank you.
forward to having you back here next week. Do you want to tell people who our guest will be?
Yeah, next week we have Debbie Dashinger, and she is a galactic shaman. So that's, who she is, the spiritual being. She's done a lot of amazing work in her podcast world, interviewing a lot of people that have many different experiences, especially with connections with other beings, galactic beings, and extraterrestrials, as well as she's author, she's a coach for people that want to write their book. And she is just a beautiful soul. She is very giving. So she overflows in this abundant energy, always giving of herself and always showing up fully in her interviews and the work that she does. So she's a wonderful person. I thought she would be an amazing person to have here with us. So thank you for inviting her as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So now Janine says she's just following you on Instagram. Fallon said, I tried to go to your website and it keeps cutting it off saying, okay, so when that happens, all you have to do is click accept anyway. And then Stacy again said, amazing ladies, beautiful on this 11/11. Raja Cherie, thank you. I must go, as do we all have to go. So,
Thank you,
Maria,
everyone.
thank you again so much for being here. Much love to everyone. Thank you for coming out week after week. So, sending you much love. And until we're back together again, namaste. Much love, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.